I'm at Central Festival in Hat Yai today, and the purpose of my visit is to take a look around the Hat Yai Motor Show. This is the first day. It runs from the 8th to the 12th of December. And I went to the very first Hat Yai Motor Show. I think it was back in 2011. And that was at the International Conference Centre behind the university. And for several years they had the show there, but it seems they've switched the venue now, and it's now at Central Festival in the Hat Yai Hall. I don't have very high expectations. If you go to a motor show in other countries, even in Bangkok, you can see some pretty exotic cars. You see the latest offerings from Porsche and Ferrari, etc. But in Thailand, 49% of new vehicles sold are pickup trucks. So there's more interest in what the latest offerings are from Isuzu and Toyota. Anyway, I could be wrong, so let's take a look and see what's there. And one of the things I'm interested in is that out on the road I'm seeing a lot of Chinese cars and also Chinese EVs. And whenever I watch videos on YouTube about EVs, it's Tesla, and all the manufacturers have now got an EV, but they seem to be very expensive. And although there's a market, there are people that can afford those high prices. The really big market is for the reasonably priced electric vehicles, and that's what China seems to be doing. So I'm just interested to see what offerings are coming from the Chinese manufacturers. Okay, here's the motor show. It's free entrance, no charge. It's the Hyundai stand. As far as I'm concerned, the Thai car market is really boring. When I went home to the UK a few years ago, even in my hometown, there were just like supercars everywhere. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, you name it, it was there. In Thailand, there's a huge import tax on imported cars. And Thailand also has its own like car assembly industry, where like they assemble cars from other countries. And cars assembled in Thailand aren't subject to all that tax, so they're quite reasonably priced. That's what you see. If you want an imported car, it costs you an absolute fortune. So for that reason, there aren't many. So in Thailand, there's a factory that assembles Toyota cars, but it only assembles the boring models, you know, Vios, Camry, Corolla. You don't see any of the interesting Toyota models like MR2s or anything else. So, you know, most cars you see in Thailand are really, really boring. And as I say, 49% are pickup trucks, which Thais absolutely love. So what over here, Nissan, Hyundai, and now let's go into the main hall. Mitsubishi. Thais like big cars, so in addition to pickup trucks, they also like these large SUVs that are built on a pickup truck chassis. Up until fairly recently, it seemed the most popular one was the Toyota Fortuner, but now the Thais really love the new Ford Everest, seeing lots of those around. Oh, Mercedes-Benz is about the most prestigious brands you can buy in Thailand. Pick up. Mazda. Okay. It's a Mazda stand. มีอะไรบ้างครับ Mazda 2 Mazda 3
Playlist มี CX-A Mazda 2 CX-30
Okay.
Many เลย you can see
Yeah กระบะด้วย
ใช่ค่ะกระบะด้วย you can speak
พูดไม่ได้
นิดหน่อยเหรอ
พูดไม่ได้
โอ้พูดได้เยอะนะ
So Mazda, SUVs, small saloons and pickup trucks. And this, as I was saying, the Ford Everest now is very popular. I've got a Ford, an old one, so I have to go and get it serviced fairly frequently. And last time I was at the service centre, I popped into the showroom, and they didn't even have any cars on display. They do sell Fiestas and Focuses, but none of them. It was just pickup trucks and Everests. Ford Ranger. And it seems that not many Thais pay cash, buy their cars on finance deals, sometimes over 7 years. So they're looking for zero credit, zero interest, or very low interest rates. More Fords. Now on to Hondas. And people repeatedly say that Honda make the most reliable engines. I bought my wife a Honda Brio, must be 9-10 years ago, and it's been a fantastic little car. You know, apart from the normal things, batteries and tyres, it's been almost problem free, really. And I think next time I'll go for a Toyota or a Honda because of good reliability. That's certainly not what I've had with my Ford. And my wife's sister, I've just seen something interesting over there. I'll look at it in a minute. My wife's sister has just bought a brand new Ford Everest, and it's got an intermittent brake light problem. You know, it's brand new, so it doesn't say much for Ford's quality. What was I saying about there not being anything interesting at the Hat Yai Motor Show? Lamborghinis. I don't know much about Lamborghinis, but they are here. Ferrari. So 2 Lamborghinis, a Ferrari. What's this one? Oh, that's some sort of Benz. I guess it's an AMG sport model. Wow. And because of the very high import duty in Thailand, when you buy cars like this, they cost an absolute fortune. You're probably looking at 3 times what they would cost in Europe or the States. Oh, now we're on to the Chinese cars. So I think we'll have a little chat with the staff here to find out a bit about these cars, and then resume the video. As I mentioned in my previous video about the agricultural fair, these things, they employ these girls known as pretties. So they're employed just for their looks. This is a pretty, and they just talk incessantly. So I'm going to have to try and talk above her. This is the Aura cat, the Aura Good Cat, and it's a really nice design. I watched Johnny Smith's Late Break show recently about this, and he mentioned that one of the designers was an ex-Porsche designer, and the front does look quite Porsche-like. Really nice design. I've seen quite a lot of these around the streets of Hat Yai. So I just had a chat with the sales staff here. They didn't want to give me a price. They told me it's not ready to be ordered yet. But when I forced it out of her, the price is about 800,000 baht, and there's a 5-year warranty on the car and an 8-year warranty on the battery. And she tells me it's the same battery manufacturer as Tesla. And there's 2 ways you can charge it, AC and DC, and AC takes 8 to 10 hours. She said DC only takes 40 minutes to 1 hour, and the range is 500 kilometers. So that's really excellent. I'm going to try and get away from this girl talking because it's driving me crazy. They've got speakers everywhere, so I can't get away from the noise. I hope you can hear me. The Aura Good Cat is made by Great Wall Motors, and this Haval is also made by the same manufacturer. I've also been seeing a lot of these around. You know, they're sort of like, it's like a Honda CR-V, that kind of size. but quite a bit cheaper. It's hybrid, not electric. It's got a 1.5 litre internal combustion engine, and she tells me it will get 23 kilometres per 1 litre, which is really good. And the quality looks great. You know, so Chinese cars haven't been around that long, but they've made great strides with getting the right quality. This is the Suzuki stand, and a few years ago when Yingluck was Prime Minister, she introduced a special discount for first-time car buyers, and it was only eco cars, and the Suzuki Swift, this one here, was one of the eco cars, and it sold very, very well, and it continues to sell well. And I think that Suzuki are very big in India, like selling low price cars, but they also do quite well in Thailand. Is there the Suzuki SUV over here, the XL7. I don't think that Suzuki has got an EV at the moment. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I just checked with the Suzuki staff and they don't yet have an EV, which is quite unusual. MG is another brand I've been seeing a lot of. And I'm not really a car person. I don't know a huge amount about the car industry. Obviously, you know, MG is a very old British band. In my youth, I remember MG BGTs and midgets. And I think it's now Chinese, but maybe some of the design still goes on in the UK. But there's also a factory in Thailand, so they're making these cars in Chonburi. I guess this is down the Eastern Economic Corridor. And they do have an EV, but it's not here at the moment. And again, the quality looks pretty good from the outside. And I'm seeing a lot of these on the roads of Hat Yai. This is a brand of motorbike I've never heard of before. The manufacturer is Deco, and apparently it comes from Taipei in Taiwan. So you've got different models. So this one, 2000 watt motor, 1 to 2 hours to charge, and then you can do 120 to 130 kilometers. Apparently there's a 3-year warranty on the motor and a 2-year warranty on the battery. Here's the Toyota stand, and it illustrates what I was saying earlier. It's just really boring. Pickup trucks, Fortuner, SUV, and a few saloon cars. And Toyota does make some interesting models, but if you want one of those, you'd have to import it specially, and that's going to cost you a fortune. Oh, Isuzu over here. The two popular manufacturers of pickup trucks are Isuzu and Toyota. Very, very similar. What concerns me a bit is that with pickup trucks being so popular and Thais just love speed, there's no law enforcement on the roads and they just go at crazy speeds. And sooner or later they're going to introduce electric pickup trucks. At the moment they're all diesel engines. And like the new Ford Lightning pickup truck has got supercar performance, so like 0 to 60 in like 3 or 4 seconds. And if Thais get their hands on cars that have that performance, the already high death rate is going to go even higher. It's just a crazy situation. As far as motor shows are concerned, this is not the biggest one in the world. I've only been here about 25 minutes and I've now seen everything. Back at the Mercedes-Benz stand, and Thais are extremely status conscious, and this is about the best you can do in Thailand for status. So there are Thais that will buy a cheaper house than they can afford just so they've got some money left over to buy a Mercedes-Benz. Must admit that I've just had a look inside one of these Benz models, and the fit and finish is really excellent. There's some real quality there. Volvo have also got a stand. It's another quality car, but not cheap. This model here is 3 million baht, which is quite a lot in Thailand. And the guys just told me that there's no factory in Thailand. They're made in China and Malaysia and imported. I don't have a clue which model these Lamborghinis are. My son will know. He wants to come to this, and when he knows that there are Lamborghinis here, he'll be really keen to come. This Ferrari, hopefully it's got a model number on the back. Yeah, this is a Ferrari 430. Oh, it's a Nissan. And this one is an AMG Mercedes GCS. I don't think these ones are for sale, I think they're just for show. I've been very impressed with Honda since buying my wife a Honda Brio some years ago, and the designs are good as well. I think they've done a really good styling job on the new Honda City and also the new HRV. And there's a few models that are not here, and I just asked the girl why, and they're just showing the new models, and the new CRV won't come out until next year, so that's why there's not a CRV here. And there's no Accord here because there's a limit on the amount of space they had available, and there's just not enough room to show an Accord as well. This is another interesting Chinese brand, and I've seen quite a lot of these around recently as well. The company is called BYD, which is Build Your Dreams, and at the moment they only have one model, the Atto 3, but they tell me that they're going to introduce a cheaper, smaller model in the future. It's only available in 5 colours, and there are 2 versions. So standard range 1,100,000 baht, and extended range 1,200,000 baht. A fully charged battery is good for 480 kilometers, and she tells me that it costs less than 400 baht to charge the battery, and they will also install free of charge a charger at your home. So this seems like a pretty good deal. And again, there's an 8-year warranty on the cars and an 8-year warranty on the battery, and they tell me that to replace the battery it will cost about 100,000 baht, which you've got to factor into your calculations. But yeah, another decent looking electric vehicle from China. Hope you can hear me. This speaker system is driving me absolutely nuts. This is the inside of the Atto 3. I'm sitting in the back. It's very comfortable, lots of leg room and lots of headroom, and no traditional dashboard. As with most cars these days, you just seem to get an iPad stuck in the middle, and there's just a very small screen in front of the driver, and you do everything through those 2 screens. But yeah, very nice. I think the Chinese car industry poses a major threat to Western car manufacturers. As I said earlier, all the Western manufacturers are producing EVs, but they all seem to be very expensive. And the Chinese are just now producing these very good cars at very reasonable prices. In addition to pickup trucks and the big SUVs based on pickup truck chassis, Thais also like these big vans. This one's a Hyundai. Hyundai make them, and Toyota also make them. And there's also a Hyundai SUV. It was quite nice. It's been sold for discount. 200,000 baht discount, so quite a good price. I don't know much about Hyundais, but watching Scotty Kilmer on YouTube, he says that Hyundais and Kias aren't particularly reliable. Well, that's about it. I think we've seen everything now. I hope you've enjoyed that look around Hat Yai Motor Show. If you're interested in coming along yourself and you're in Hat Yai this weekend, it's going to be running until the 12th of December. So just come to Central Festival, and it's in Hat Yai Hall on the 5th floor, just near to the cinema. The whole thing has left me quite underwhelmed, but that's what I was expecting. Even before I came, I had a pretty good idea what would be here. The only thing that does interest me is the Chinese electric vehicle market. I think in the next few years there will be an explosion in EVs, and because of their competitive pricing, I think the Chinese manufacturers will dominate. Unfortunately, we can't all afford to go out and buy new Teslas. Anyway, thanks for watching. Any comments or questions, please leave them below.
ตรวจจับวัตถุด้านหน้าหรือด้านหลังในระยะไม่เกิน4 เมตรนั่นเองค่ะในขณะที่เกียร์อยู่ในตำแหน่ง D หรือเกียร์อยู่ในตำแหน่ง R นั่นเองหากมีการเหยียบคันเร่งผิดพลาดอย่างรุนแรงและรวดเร็วนะคะระบบก็จะทำการตัดกำลังเครื่องยนต์ช่วงขณะนะคะให้กับคนโดยอัตโนมัติและขณะที่ความเร็วต่ำกว่า